Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman, TLC match. If Braun wins, he gets another shot at Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at January's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. If Corbin wins, he becomes the new permanent Raw General Manager. And they've really been shoving it down our throats in recent weeks that Corbin has all this power, he's been abusing it, blah, 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 which leads me to believe that he is losing on Sunday. I think that much is obvious. Whether it's a full-length match, which honestly I hope it's not. I honestly hope that Strowman is not 100% cleared yet, because a Strowman-Corbin TLC match on paper sounds like the cure for fucking insomnia. So I would really hope they just... What was that?
Just laughing.
Oh, gotcha. I was just going to say that, I hope they just turn this into an angle and just have it go 10 seconds, have Braun come out, squash Corbin, and be done with it. On a show of 12 matches, do you really need a 20 to 25 main event match dedicated to Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin in 2018? The answer is a resounding no. So I'm going to go with Braun here, and hopefully we can just move on from Corbin in his position of power. So, any disputes on that idea, Brandon?
No, but my biggest thing is the GM role. Even though it's been watered down, and it seems like everybody in the month has been GM at least once on Raw and SmackDown. What comes out of it? Does Angle come back in? Is it does Triple H take a bigger role? Like, what are we seeing if Corbin does lose? Like, who's going to be the GM? That's the big thing. And do you have any ideas? Do you have any insight?
Well, ideally, I think the most obvious route is Kurt Angle. Ideally, I would do away with authority figures altogether. You know better than anyone, Brandon. They have gone back to this awful heel authority figure bullshit for 20 years now, and no one has done it better than Vince McMahon. Yet they've tried and tried again with Eric Bischoff and Vicky Guerrero and John Laurinaitis and The Authority, and now Baron Corbin. And some have been better than others. Corbin has not been...
Oh, yeah, Bischoff was good.
But no, Bischoff was great. Bischoff was great.
It was a different time, though. It was a different time.
Yeah.
The Aggression era, he had that WCW was fresh off closing, so he had a little different thing. I think he was one of the best ones, but I digress.
No, I totally agree. No, I totally agree that Bischoff was the best Raw GM. I still maintain that Vince was the best heel authority figure the show ever had, but Corbin is, not Corbin. Fuck no. Bischoff is definitely second best, but it's only deteriorated since then, I would say. We've seen the same thing with these guys ever since then, and that was 15 years ago. Corbin is not the answer to Raw's recent woes, so I would move on from him in that role. Like you said, maybe Kurt Angle, because he's got nothing to do right now. We've not seen him in 3 to 4 weeks. I would do away with the authority figure position altogether, but since they have Paige on SmackDown, that's clearly not happening. They need to have 2 GMs. I would hope it's not Stephanie. I would hope it's not Triple H. We've seen both of them in that role many, many times. Far too many times. Less is more when it comes to the authority. I did a whole article for Bleacher a couple weeks ago. I said maybe Alexa Bliss, but I heard she's cleared to compete. So, again, she's a heel, but it would at least be something different. She should go back to competing, which I heard she's cleared anyway, so that likely won't be her. I did recommend, and again, this sounds ridiculous, but at least it's something different. I did recommend Woken Matt Hardy. Now, I know he's been petitioning for the role on Twitter recently. The guy has not been seen on TV in months. I know he's been obviously rehabbing some injuries. He doesn't have to take any bumps, and whether he's Woken or just regular old Matt Hardy, at least it's something different. And Kurt Angle's great, but been there, done that. The guy was GM for almost 2 years. So, Woken Matt Hardy, or I don't really know. Maybe Shawn Michaels, but I would assume that he's a heel too. Hulk Hogan's another guess, but since they want to sign him to a Legends deal, but I don't think a lot of people would be on board with that idea. Still a lot of controversy surrounding surrounding him.
Comments.
So yeah. I would keep Hogan away from that role for the time being. But nonetheless, we'll soon see after TLC, but it would create for some compelling television. That's the thing. If Corbin loses, who's GM? So it kind of raises a question as to what's going to happen and who's going to be in that role. So I think it's going to be for the better if Corbin loses, and I think he will lose. And it raises a lot of questions. What's next for Monday Night Raw if Corbin loses? And I think he will. So we'll see.